Okay, this is the variation for the ribbed cuff. If you followed the instructions so far, you've worked for 7 inches, and then you did a round of single crochet, and then you slip stitched in the 3 half double crochet. What I'm going to ask you to do is pull out those slip stitches. What we're going to do instead is we're going to single crochet in those 3 half double crochet, 3, okay, and then we're going to slip stitch in 1 single crochet like so, and then we're going to chain 2 to begin our ribbing. And we can remove our stitch marker and set that aside. We don't need a stitch marker anymore. Alright, so now we are going to work a rib stitch. In order to do that, we need to make a whole round of double crochet. So double crochet in the next single crochet, and in each single crochet around the hat. Okay, and then I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to go all the way around, and then you can unpause it when you reach the other end, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I've double crocheted in each single crochet around. Skip the slip stitch and slip stitch in the top of that chain 2. Okay, and then you chain 2. Now we're going to front post double crochet. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little better. We're going to front post double crochet around the next double crochet. To front post double crochet, you yarn over your hook, you insert your hook front to back, back to front, around the post of the double crochet. You pull up a loop, and you want to line your hook up, pull it up so that your hook goes horizontally with the edge of your work, and then you yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to back post double crochet, which is you yarn over your hook, go behind your work and go around the post of the next stitch, draw up a loop and pull it up again, even with the top of your work, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over and draw through 2. Now we're going to do a front post double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook around the post of the next stitch, front to back, back to front, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. If I do it fast enough, I don't drop the loop. Alright, do front loop, yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2, yarn over, insert your hook around the back of the stitch, draw up your loop, yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2, yarn over around the front side of the double crochet, yarn over, go around the back side of the double crochet, and if you look, you can see your rib forming. So repeat the front post double crochet, back post double crochet, all the way around, and I'm going to pause this and I'm going to complete that, and I'll meet you back when we get over here. Okay, I've worked my way around. Okay, and I am going to do a front post double crochet around the last stitch, and then all I have left is this. So I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 2, and then I'm going to chain 2. Okay. And I'm going to front post double crochet around the front post double crochet, and back post double crochet around the back post double crochet. So where it's bumping up, you go in around from the front, and where it goes down, you go in and around from the back. If that makes sense to you. Let me do this a little slower so you can see. See, we're looking at the rib, and it bumps up here. So I'm going to yarn over and go front to back, back to front around the stitch. Draw up the loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now here the bump is behind the work, so I'm going to yarn over, insert the hook from back to front, front to back, draw up the loop, yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2, and front post, back post, all the way around once again. And do this until your cuff measures 2 inches, or the length that you desire for your cuff, because it'll fold up when you're finished. So I will meet you around to the other end, and then we'll start the next row. Okay, I worked my way all the way around, and I've slip stitched. And normally I would make one more round of the double crochet ribs to make it 2 inches long, but my ball of yarn is getting small, and I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough to finish it with the double crochet rib. So what I'm going to do with my hat, you can continue with the double crochet rib until it's the length you want, as long as you have enough yarn. But what I'm going to do to remedy not having enough yarn is I am going to do a single crochet rib. So what you do with this is you chain 1, and then you don't yarn over, and you draw up your loop even with the top, and you single crochet in around the front. You go around the back, draw up the loop, single crochet around the back, around the front, single crochet, and you can do front and back single crochet ribbing as well. I'm only doing this because I'm afraid I don't have enough yarn for double crocheting. And it's also a good finish for the edge of your ribbed hat as well. So I am going to front post, single crochet, back post, single crochet, front post, single crochet, back post, single crochet, and I'm going to continue doing this until I run out of yarn. So I will meet you back when I get to the other end, to the end of the round. So pause it here and go all the way around. Okay, I did a round of single crochet rib stitch, and I still have some yarn left. It may be enough to reach around another round. I'm going to try it. If not, I'll just tear it out and end it here. Like I said, make your ribbing the length you want. Just remember, when you wear the hat, this ribbing on this hat will turn up as a cuff. So you want to make it long enough so that it'll fold up comfortably. So I am going to attempt another round of single crochet. All you do is slip stitch. What we want to do for a single crochet is go back stitch, single crochet, because your chain 1 can't count as a stitch. Try that again. Around that chain 2 at the beginning. See? And single crochet, and then slip stitch in your first single crochet. And I'm going to work another round. And this time single crocheting around the single crochet stitches, front and back, just the way we did with the double crochets. These are a little tighter, so it might be harder to find where you have to stick your hook. Let me get closer. Go around the front of the stitch, and then when you come up behind the stitch, see there's a diagonal line there, you want to go underneath that and you make the single crochet, and then from behind make sure you get underneath that diagonal line there and pull up your loop and a single crochet. So yes, I'm going to try another round of the single crochet just to see if I have enough yarn. So I'll meet you. Okay, I only have a few inches to go and I ran out of yarn. But you know what? I am going to just go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch and end it off and draw in my tails, because it's not going to be noticeable unless you are a crochet expert. It's only going to be less than 1/4 of an inch difference in length on one side and the other. So I'm going to end it off there, and I'm going to draw in the tails. Now for a rib stitch, to draw in the tails, what you're going to want to do to keep it stretchy, let me show you. Instead of going across this way under it, I'm going to go down through the ribs like this, drawing in my tails, and then I turn it over here, go under this next stitch, and then go up through this rib. And secure it, and then cut off that little end. We zoom out. Okay. Then I fold the rib up, hem up, and there is the hat with the turned up rib hem. And it, like I said, it's not the perfect hat because I used a scrap of yarn. I ran out of yarn before it was finished. And this one here, again, I want you to be creative. You can make your ribs longer. You can add a pom-pom to the top. You can stripe it. You can do all kinds of things and make this hat your own. So I am going to go and I'll have to make the next video for one of the other styles of hats. So if you want to try one of the other styles, go back to the first video and start over and try one of the other styles. So I will see you later, and happy crocheting.